Hello YouTube, this is karacakes bringing you another PGA Tour 2K23 video. We have another challenge circuit guide, and we are going to be going on to week 12 at Lock Stable by Leecey. This is the tour version of the course. I haven't played this, I don't think. I definitely played less 2K21 towards the end of it, so I might have just missed this. It was a 2K21 course, but it's been ported over here and apparently it's very good, so I'm very excited to see it. We're going to be doing round 2 settings because round 1 has all defaults, low winds and all defaults in red pin and T1, so if you want to go practice that as is and just try different winds if you want, but the wind is default, so we don't know what the exact direction is going to be. So here's round 2 conditions. Green tees, which are longer tees, 7,200 yards plus. Pin 2, obviously. Medium winds from the southwest, firm, and moderate. So the green speed to counteract kind of harder conditions in the form of firmnesses. And so here we go. I had a chance to win plat yesterday. I then got really bad news IRL and then hit a quad, so that ruined that sad face. I had a look at my settings and I'm keeping the aim marker on because it's good to see in practice rounds where elevation is. As you can see, it's downhill, but it's not more downhill here than it is at the pin. Ooh, weird swing there, but that is a hard fairway to hit. I'm not going to lie. That looks like a very hard fairway to hit. This is looking like a spicy course. So we have pretty bad lie out of the sand, unfortunately. Which means this pin location is very inaccessible, so we're gonna do our best to like kind of loft it into the air and make it stop, but this is gonna be tough. It's about as good as it's gonna get. Yeah, I couldn't get it to stop. Or couldn't get it to come down, but I mean at the end of the day this is a good shot from the sand. If you're in the sand, you just need to hope you can get the ball to stop somewhere nice. The fact that it's even on the green is like a really good benefit here. Still waking up today, so my tempo and my swing point and everything is going to be a disaster. So here we go. This course is very difficult for CC. I'm already tell. As you can see, if you're long, you're off. So the play is obviously to be in like this rough area. Not too far. Not too far here though, where it kicks to the right hard and you just end up here. You want to get it somewhere in here or in this flat spot. Both are kind of safe plays. Like if you play for here, it's downhill, so you're going to have to play a little bit shorter. Whereas if you play over here, you could play a little bit longer with the wind in your face and a short club. It should stop. It shouldn't go too far. There we go. As you can see, if you're just here, it's not a bad putt. Ah. Look at that. So, it's screaming at you to challenge it. You don't need to, and don't. I would not take driver on this hole ever. Unless the wind is at your back, and you can reach. Huh, that's a weird call. It was a scam caller pretending to be PayPal. Weird. So here, I think you just play for the fairway here. Like, there is no reason to go for this unless the wind is like 12 miles per hour at your back, away from the ocean, that it's coming in from the ocean to hold you up, because it's a tight fairway to land into, and it's even a hard green to get onto because of the slope at the front. So best case scenario, you're going to have a chip over there. Worst case scenario, you're in the water, you're in that bunker, you're in the rough, and some of these really deep bunkers. So I would never suggest taking a driver on this hole. I think even with wind at my back, unless I felt really confident about my tempo that day, I would be like, no, 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 that's too risky. 8, 10, 11. Right, and the pin is, I mean, it's downhill. You have a short club in, though. You should be good if you just respect the wind and get it to come down with the wind. There we go. A little long is perfectly fine. Wind at your... If you got wind in your face, you can very easily get it to stop. Unfortunate putt. That was a really bad putt. I'm slow today. I can't process yet. I can't process yet. Big wide open fairway. If you miss this fairway, you're gonna hate yourself. Even with my horrible tempo, I still was comfortably in the fairway. Alright, here, don't be short. It's gonna come back and roll off. Play it safe. Play it a little long. Oh, the wind is changing a little. I'm a slow player today, and that makes me short. Oh, it actually stayed up. Got very lucky there. Almost. Pretty good read. Just didn't break as much as the beads were saying. So we call a good old ghost break. This is... Oh, wow, this is scary. If we look, I think, like, if you overpower, you can get over pretty easily with the wind at your back. But you have water on your right, a very pinched, narrow fairway. Like, I would suggest being a little short of this area and, like, bouncing it up here with a draw, because this is scary. I don't like this shot. You can hug this side and, like, hug it right here and try to land it a little further up, and should stay in the fairway, but it's risky. Right. I'm fine with this. Even though this makes it very difficult, like, you're probably not going to get this to stick, unfortunately, because you played it short. And so you have a very long shot into a tough spot on the green. But at least you have a chance at it. Like a lot of loft here, a good amount of spin, and it stops. You're gonna need to do an advanced shot like that if you're gonna be able to stop it on the green. But just get somewhere on the green and you'll easily two-putt it. So you could always play on the right side like I kind of did right there, and you'll be pretty safe. Very tough pin location here. Front pin all sloping off, so you want to be on the right here a little bit and just do your best here. Oh, I pulled it. Pulled and fast. I can't get my swing together yet. Very scary situation here, but if you put some spin on it, it should stop. This is a tough course for CC. I am expecting like winners in the 30s in a lot of CC tours. A little slow, but I aim for it. Get it in the fairway. Tough fairway again. This course is very tough. You have a challenge this week if you're on CC. Oh, we hit a perfect. It's our first perfect in a while. Oh, look at that. What a shot. Loft it up enough. It'll stop. Looks good. Oh boy, I'm drivable. I think it probably gets down there even with this wind. I'm even gonna add some like spin to like increase the distance while not impacting the wind as much to try to get it to hit that downslope. There's some risk here. You don't know quite where it could bounce. It could bounce left if you're like up here in an awkward spot. If it ends up short, you're gonna be in this bunker, and that's gonna make it very difficult because this all slopes downhill at the pin. So this is a risky shot if you decide to go for it. As I showed you earlier, if you hit it over there, you're not going to quite make it. But here, we're just going to add some spin and loft. Oh, really bad chip. I'm really bad at those chips, those long chips, especially when I'm warming up for the day. I always slow them because you have to hold it down longer to get to 100% power. So it's just awkward. Alright, par 5, win at your back means you can kind of go for this pretty safely. But it is still, like, if you miss fast, if you're not confident with your tempo, kind of aim more in the middle, and you should be fine. And there we go, easily clear, and get it down here. Confident with your tempo, that's where you can kind of be, and you have a shorter shot into this. I am shanking it hard today, but c'est la vie. There we go. We have a good shot from here. I kind of hit it hard there. Oh, it's also not breaking at all. I got the weird, all the break was on the right side, unfortunately. Or on the left side. Oh, I'm surprised that went so long. I guess downhill overpowered the wind this time. Might have hit that a little hard. Ah, I did, but it would have missed anyways. Unlucky. Big open fairway. Don't need to think too much about it. Just don't hit too bad of a tempo. But you can aim for the middle pretty safely. Ah, nothing fancy here. It's just don't be right, don't be left. Literally, you need to hit your tempo. If you're in the rough or something, you can use this like downhill slope to like land it way back here and get it to trickle down to here and then come down. But that's a specific scenario. Oh, tempo is coming in. I de-lofted a little to make it get there. As you can see, I had not a lot of effect on the rollout because it's pretty flat at the hole. Another par 5, and this one is probably the easiest to navigate. Get it in the fairway. I'm more right than I want to be. Like, left side will cut out some distance, but this is going to be a good angle. Further right you are, the more, like, green and fairway you have to work with. Like, if you're even more right, like, this will be your angle of approach. It's a little safer. But it does cut out distance if you can, Let's see. If I get there. I do. Beautiful. I added a little D-loft and a bunch of spin to make it stop. Good stuff. Alright. Here, you can be too long if you go left. You could be in danger if you have more wind at your back. That slope uphill might not stop it all the way. Let's just send it and see how far it gets. So with this, which will probably be the most amount of wind you'll have at your back, you should be safe if you hit the fairway on the right side of that bunker. You'll be safe. Very easy. As long as the winds are not, you know, worse than this, you'll be fine. Oh, another perfect. We're starting to find our tempo. Oh, God. I always do that at least once a session. When you hit too perfect of shots, it's what can happen. Dude, how did I not hit that? How did I not hit that? I hit like baby. Tougher. This looks like a tougher hole. It's downhill, so as long as your club is not in like the 292 range, with this amount of wind in your face, you should still easily clear. You can always add a little bit of spin to get a little bit more distance if you calculate that it's a little risky, but as you can see, even with the 290, you might clear all this. The wind gets overpowered pretty easily with that amount of wind in our face. If it's straight in our face, it will take off a little bit more though. So keep that in mind. We're going to de-loft to get to cover the distance here because of the uphill. And look at that, right at the pin with that de-loft. De-loft on wedges adds distance. You can learn it with the True Shot Pro Vision. Always good to turn on and learn your clubs. I always preach that. Fairway over here you could play for. It is risky. Like playing a shorter ball in here gives you way more fairway to work with because you can land it anywhere here and you'll be in the fairway. Whereas over here you don't have a lot of space to work with and it can kick into the rough or the sand over there. So this is the risky play. But it definitely cuts out a lot of distance and gives you a straight in. So let's do it. We do it very nicely, get it into the fairway, and look at this. You have a straight line in. We're just gonna have to let this play because I do not feel comfortable. Well, I could do this. I could partial. And maybe that's what we'll do. I'll do a rare partial for you guys. Let's see. What a beautiful shot. Gets the hole a little easier, cuts through the wind a little bit more because of the lower trajectory. Got the eagle. Sometimes it doesn't make sense to use shot shaping. That's a hole where it's pretty tight green. It'll be hard to get the right shape to cut the right distance out and get it to stop in a good place. So I realized like, oh, I should probably just play this a little differently. Those are the good scenarios for using partials. When you're not comfortable shot shaping, Or you need more rollout. That's pretty easy. Okay. It's not bad to cut down distance, whether a partial or just clubbing down to a 3-wood or de-lofting here. You just want to be in this area. You don't need to be up here. You can if you really care, but look at this. This is all out of bounds. So anytime you see these poles, they're going to be out of bounds poles. I would not risk it. I would play here. Here. This is perfectly fine too. Like, what if you're at 247? You're going to have an 8-iron, 7-iron in. That's not bad either. I'm going to do this one. It's a little riskier, but it's like a tiny bit riskier, but like it's still a safe play. Even if you're in the rough in the sand, you're not going to be out of bounds at least. Great, this wasn't too complicated of a second shot, luckily. It is downhill, so you will need to put something with a little bit of spin. If you come from the rough, you're going to have to add spin. If you're like 200 yards out for some reason, yeah, spin. But if you have a shorter club, you won't have to worry about it too much. So here, just you have a good amount of fairway to work with. If you manage to land it down on this left side of the fairway, it'll be a lot closer because the right kicks to the right and keeps you further away from the hole. But in the end, it's not too much of a difference. The more right you are, the better, like, kind of more green you'll have to work with, though. But if you're down here, you have a much tighter club to use. Something that can handle a little bit of wind at your back and stick. I was gonna say, like, my tempo has really gone up since I started playing. But then I hit one of the worst tempos in a while. Tragic. Oh, we almost make the putt. And there we go. A lot of eagle opportunities. This is going to be one of the harder courses, though, you experience in CC in a little while. So good luck out there. There's a lot of slopes. There's a lot of just dangerous areas to play your ball to. But good luck out there. I believe in all of you. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Good luck in your CC rounds. If you're watching this, I have a match scheduled for 1 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. So that if you are watching this on Saturday or Sunday morning, when I release this, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. BST, I will be playing on twitch.tv/karacakes. We're playing the Apex Hound Match Play Finals against Leecey Collins, aka the #1 player in the world on TGCTours, aka Materializations. It's gonna be one exciting match. Can't wait. Hope I could see you all there. He will also be streaming it on his YouTube. Just look up Leecey Collins PGA and you'll probably find him. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Mean it. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.